Welcome, Sagittarius, to High Priestess Influence and to your general weekly tarot intuitive guidance. So this will be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 9th through the 15th. Of course, dates are approximate and flexible. You may find resonance with this message whenever you view it, or you may find none at all since it's general, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. And remember, Saggy, never put anyone else's judgment or opinion above your own. And also keep in mind that the cards are here as guides, not as predictors. So it's always my intention to attract the cards along with the intuition that will best serve those Saggies who actually view this message. So Saggy, if you've been with me before, you know that I usually include the card selection, but I had some technical difficulties. Technology is not my strong point. So I had to restart the message here, and I didn't want to change your cards, of course. Your message is your message. So I always feel that when those things happen, it may have been that as I was giving the message, I left something out, and now it's almost like being given a chance to redo it because there's something that I missed. So initially I have that knee-jerk reaction like, I can't believe that I did that, and then I realized, okay, everything always works out, so there must have been something that I left out. So let's get started with these cards here. From the minor arcana, we have cards here for the physical realm, and the one here, I think, just for the mental realm, and then one for the spiritual realm. So in other words, what's happening in your physical world, what's on your mind, where your focus is at, what you think, what you believe. Sometimes it's what you're talking about with others. And then the message from the spiritual realm here is often, advice, encouragement. And then from the major arcana, we have the overall energy. So let's talk about the physical realm. You had 4 cards jump out for your physical realm here. So with the 7 of Pentacles here, I feel as though you are or have been, assessing your growth. Looking at how far you've come, what you have accumulated, looking at your expansion, and wondering where do I go from here? I feel as though you have been working on something, or even working on yourself. For some of you, you've been working on something, maybe even almost like behind the scenes sort of thing. I don't know why I got that expression, behind the scenes. Or maybe it's something you've been working on that you are keeping to yourself, something you've been planning for some of you. But I feel as though you are kind of like satisfied with what you've created, or your ideas, or your plans, or the things that you want to do. But now you're ready to move forward on something. You are thinking about the future and what you want to do with this, okay? Now, beneath that, you have the Page of Swords reversed. Now, it's possible this could be an air sign who's playing a role here for some of you, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. But really, what I really feel with this is more like your energy, right? Kind of ready to start something new. Like I said, you've assessed where you are, you've created stuff, you've grown stuff, you've expanded, either spiritually or something in your physical world. And now it's kind of like, you're kind of like looking at, okay, what's next? What's next? What do I do with this now? Where do I go from here? And, with this Page of Swords reversed here, that's what I'm feeling, as though you want to start something new, or take a step in a certain direction, but I feel like there's a missing piece, or or a lack of clarity in some area or some aspect of whatever it is you want to do. I feel as though you have something, for some of you have something to share with the world, some innovation, or some innovative way of doing things or thinking, or maybe even a product for some of you, but you're not sure how to get started. So, for example, me, I have been held back, or I should say I hold myself back, with my lack of technical abilities. I was telling you at the beginning that, I have a lack of technical experience. And that has definitely held me back from things that I have wanted to do, ideas that I have had. But it's also like mental for me, and it may be for some of you, where you're just kind of allowing that to hold you back, because sometimes I just go for it and I just do it, and that's it, and it works itself out, or it doesn't, and it falls by the wayside, whatever. But that's kind of what I'm feeling here for you, Saggy, is that there's, something you want to move forward on, but there are either missing pieces, or a missing piece, or you feel like you're lacking some kind of knowledge, information, or experience to move forward, and it's holding you back. Now, you do have the Page of Swords here. You could just turn this Page of Swords upright and go for it. I mean, you want to make sure you're going for it from an inspired place. You want to go for it when the energy is right. You don't want to force it. I totally agree with that, Saggy. But just by virtue of the fact that the Page of Swords is here, the energy is here for the taking. I mean, you can turn this completely upright and get started, right? The card that shows up to give this message matters. So I feel like you could be this like fresh, youthful energy, getting started, putting it out there in the world, taking that chance, going for it. There's just some resistance to it here. Now, beneath that, you have the Six of Cups reversed. So what I'm feeling here, Saggy, is that this is nothing new for you, okay? That you've not moved forward on some things before for the same reason, okay? And you know what, Saggy? It's not a big deal. You're an eternal being. You've been here before, you'll be here again. If you don't move forward on something, no big deal. You've got eternity for expansion. Having said that, if you recognize this in yourself and you say, you know what, yeah, I have done this before. This is a habit of mine. This is my MO. I am going to, I'm going to move on this. I'm going to go forward. That's fine too. I'm not recommending that you hold back. I'm just saying don't beat yourself up over it, because, there's always going to be another opportunity. There will always be another opportunity. And just knowing that is really freeing. When you can remind yourself that you are an eternal being who's here for this brief experience now, but you'll be back again and again and again. And, you have all of these non-physical experiences, the totality of who you are. We can't even imagine from our physical vantage point, but other opportunities will be here. Now, again, I feel though a lot of you are like, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. I really want to I really want to move forward with my ideas, with whatever you're contemplating here with this Seven of Pentacles, the growth that you've had, I feel like you've put some work into something and you can see the progress that you've made. You're just not sure how to take it to the next level, or for some of you to actually put it out there or put it into action. Okay. Now, you can let go of your past habits also. In fact, I just got that feeling that some of you are letting go of your past habits and you are going to take action here. So I really do like this feeling. Okay. Now, at the bottom of your physical realm here, you have the Four of Swords. Some of you may be literally using meditation to get into alignment. And I highly recommend that. I think that's wonderful. I am guilty of not practicing what I preach sometimes. I mean, there was a period of time where, let's say for 3 months straight, where I meditated every day. I made it a point to meditate. I would set my alarm to meditate. And I had a period of time where my vibration was so steadily high and my point of attraction was so high. I mean, I can't believe that I don't still do that as regularly as I used to. I still meditate, yes, but there are days I just get up and I forget, or I just say, oh, I'll do it later, and then later never comes. I don't know why I do that, Saggy, because I know better. The clarity that it brought me, the high vibration that it brought me was, it was incredible. And I feel like some of you are going to be spending some time doing that. And I think that's wonderful, and also, the Four of Swords, the four is the number of stability. And that meditation, that spiritual practice can really ground you in your physical experience. So I really love that, Saggy. So in your mental realm, you have the Five of Cups here. And, I think, Saggy, this is you recognizing that you need to let the pessimism go. You need to let past experiences that didn't work out go. Okay, so some of you are holding back, not just because it's your habit from the past. Some of you are holding back because of past experiences that didn't work out. And I think you're coming to the realization, Saggy, that you cannot base the present and the future on the past, right? You have reached a certain level of expansion. You're not that same person you were in the past when those other things didn't work out for you. You are not that person anymore, and it doesn't serve you to base the current situation and the future experience on the past experience. And the number 5 is the number of change. And I think this is you in your mind, in, your thoughts and your beliefs. It's kind of like you're changing your beliefs, the number of change. You need to change your outlook. You need to change it. I love it. So now in your spiritual realm here, this is amazing, Saggy. The Ace of Pentacles. I love this. It jumped out all by itself. I feel like that's all you need. For some of you, this is a very strong indication that whatever this idea or these ideas that you have that you want to put into play, you want to put these ideas into play, it has the potential for long-term opportunities, growth, expansion, and financial abundance, financial growth, financial satisfaction, achievement, attraction. So this is really, really wonderful. I love this for you, Saggy. Now, the overall energy with the Hermit reversed, during the card selection, when this first jumped out, I actually said it originally, I felt like this is you coming out of your cave. I felt like this is you coming out of a phase of contemplation and moving into action. Okay, so here, this is you taking stock of what you've created and where you're at right now, and then thinking about how it's going to play out in your future. And I think this Hermit reversed is you turning the Page of Swords upright. Coming out of your cave is the expression I got. Coming out of your cave and stepping into action. Because I think you're recognizing that your pessimistic thoughts or your thoughts based on past experiences no longer serve you, and you're letting those go. And you're moving into the future with a new understanding of yourself, your spiritual side that is a big part of creation. And I think you're going to get the inspiration. Yes, I feel like you're going to be inspired toward a specific action that will help you get things started. So I highly recommend the meditation. Take 15 minutes every morning and take a few deep breaths, and then listen to a sound or focus on your breathing all the way in and then all the way out. And sometimes if you focus on a specific point of the breath, like where it enters the nostrils, or where it enters the chest or the belly area, whatever it is, if you focus on one specific area as it enters and then as it exits, keep that focus going. Or like I said, a sound. I like a ticking clock that's in my room. I love that. Use a guided meditation, anything that will quiet your mind and like allow your vibrational frequency to raise and allow clarity to come in. I find, for me, everyone's different. For me, the clarity does not come immediately in most cases. After meditation, it's not like all of a sudden, I have a great idea, now I know what to do. It's not like that. It's kind of like, okay, I meditate, and then I go about getting ready for my day. And then at some point during the day, when my mind is not racing about other things or this or that or whatever, that is when all of a sudden the clarity comes to me. So I think that's common for a lot of people. So you may find that that is the case for you. So I highly recommend you meditate, Saggy. Be easy about it. Don't beat yourself up. Your mind is going to wander during meditation. That is normal. My mind wanders like every 10 to 15 seconds, unless I'm really, really, in the zone. But then I just come back to it. No big deal. I'm thinking about something else. Okay, let me focus on my breathing again, or let me focus on the clock again. Whatever it is for you. Or if you're listening to a guided meditation, let me focus back on the words that the person's saying. Whatever it is, you do that and then allow the clarity to come. For some of you, you will find, like the same day as you first start doing it, you might find some clarity. For other people, it might take a week before it starts like kicking in. But your vibration will raise, your point of attraction will be higher, and you will start recognizing that your mind is clearer and there's more time. Your mind is quieter, and there are more opportunities for the inspiration to show itself, or for you to recognize it, for you to even receive it. So I really love this. You're coming out of your cave, you're ready to get started, and this idea or whatever it is that you want to get started on, it really has potential for the future, and for a lot of you, financial potential. So I really love it, Saggy. I love it. Okay, my Saggy friends, listen, I would really appreciate it if you would support this channel by just giving it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and clicking the bell for notifications. But either way, I want to thank you for being with me. If this doesn't resonate at all, go to High Priestess Influence and check out your moon and rising sign messages. But I hope this week ahead is wonderful for you. And I do hope to see you back here again next week, my Saggy friends.